I just want to talk with you a few moments about what to expect at your adoption hearing. It's going to be one of the easiest hearings you've ever been to. And if you've never been to a hearing before, it's a great first hearing to go to. First of all, you always want to bring the child or children. And then if you have a lot of family members that would like to attend, just check with me. It depends on what courtroom we're in as to how many you can bring. But I always encourage supportive family members to be there. This is a great day. This is the closest thing that the court has to a baptism. So you want to share that with folks. The other thing is, sometimes if you're a married couple getting adopted, whoever likes to do the talking first or most, either way, I'll be asking them the questions first. And the other person, I'll say to the spouse, do you agree with what he or she just said? So it's all pretty straightforward. The questions are like this. What's your name? Where do you live? Have you lived there more than the past year? Because we have to establish that you are a resident of this county and this state where the hearing's going to be held. We're going to want to know when the child came to live with you. You don't have to worry about a lot of the technicalities of the if parental rights were terminated or how the consents were given for the adoption. I'll take care of that for you. I'll set up the question so you just have to say yes, such as, isn't it a fact that the parents' rights were terminated on June 14th, 2015? And you go, yeah. So you don't worry about any of the technicalities. I'll handle that for you. But do remember where you live, and do remember, if you're married, when you were married. The other things you'll need to know, and it sounds strange, but the law needs to establish that you're more than 15 years older than the child you're adopting. And in West Virginia, they're going to want to make sure in many instances that a home study was done, and we'll have that taken care of. And that the child comes to you without any major possessions other than, say, the clothes on their back. What the court does not want is for you to receive a child that has a large trust fund or inheritance such that it looks like you're adopting to get the money. And God knows it costs enough to raise kids. You're not going to find many with trust funds out there. But anyway, the judge want to know that the child has no real possessions when he or she came to you. And that the child is not of Indian descent. Either the judge or I will ask that. And by Indian descent, I mean Native American Indian. There are certain tribal laws that govern people that are adopting Indian children. And we generally don't have that to worry about, but it has to be asked anyway. And the punchline question is, do you feel this is in the child's best interest? And the answer should be yes, or else you wouldn't be adopting, correct? The other final thing is, this often applies to people that are the main breadwinner in the house. But when an adoption takes place, the law makes that child yours, the same as if your mom and dad. In fact, a birth certificate will be reissued with you as the parent. So you need to know that if you die without a will, that child takes the same under the laws of the state as one of your children, if you have a natural child or other adopted children. Those children take, according to the law, if you die without a will. So that could have interesting effects. For instance, if you think your wife is going to get maybe everything you have, and you may want things either set up a different way. Well, I don't do wills or estates. You soon after or before an adoption may want to talk to an attorney that does that. Here's the other thing. If you would ever get divorced or separated, there would probably be child support payments consistent with the child support formula for your adopted child, the same as any other child. And isn't that the way it should be? The child you're adopting is, in all intents under the law, and hopefully totally within your heart, the same as a natural child. And the law recognizes that, and you should too. We'll talk about that at the hearing. So essentially, there's nothing to worry about at the hearing. If you remember your birthday, if you're married, when and where you were married, And that's about it. I'll have everything else taken care of. Remember, you can call me anytime with questions. My direct dial is 304 784 8818. 304 784 8818. The other thing is just, gosh, I'm probably on my email too much, but bob@bobnoone.com. bob@bobnoone.com. Look forward to working with you, and this is going to be a good day for a hearing. Take care.